Hurry up and wait is the name of the game this week. Sometimes you gotta hustle up and try to get to the thing that you're trying to get to. And then it's time to wait in that spot. And it's not clear exactly what happens next. While we have Mars and Saturn conjunct in Aries, and for good measure, Mercury's gonna come through there and turn the volume up on everything. Aries is not very good at long-term thinking. Aries is not thinking about sustainability and how this is all going to function later and what kind of legacy am I going to, none of that, right? Aries cares about what happens right now and can I defeat an enemy immediately. That's what Aries is trying to do. Meanwhile, same time this is happening, Venus, who is the arts planet, the one who has to do with creativity and beautiful things and things that feel good and smell good and cooperate together and get things together, cohesion, harmony, all that sort of stuff. Venus in Taurus is going to be making a conjunction to Uranus there in Taurus as well. Uranus is the planet of disruption, of chaos, of things that are unique and special and idiosyncratic and authentic, but also that are off the wall in some kind of way and unpredictable in some kind of way. Venus and Taurus typically prefer things that are solid and that feel good for long periods of time. You know, like if you know that chocolate chip cookies are delicious to you and then you go to eat a chocolate chip cookie, your hope is that you receive the same delicious pleasure as always when you eat that cookie. Uranus is very good for disrupting that and being like, oh, maybe you don't love the things that you think you love. Maybe your joy comes from a different direction than you had planned. That's this kind of idea, right? So what we're looking at here is deep frustration. We're looking at gas and brakes at the same time with Mars, gas, brakes, Saturn in Aries. There's deep conflict in that sort of situation. And hurry up and wait, right? So Mars, that's hurry up, and Saturn is wait, right? And so you got to do both of those things at the same time this week. So what I'm thinking about here is lily pads. Not a place where you want to live necessarily, but a spot that will tide you over while you figure out what your next bit is going to be about. Let's think about that a little more deeply. What's up, everybody? It's your boy Zamboni. I'm a musician and astrologer. I do astrology all the time. I have done like 11,000 readings or something like that. I counted up to 10,000 and then stopped counting, but there's been a lot of readings. I'm well competent at this craft. If you want to get a reading, you're welcome to do that. Go to zambonifunk.com. If you want to learn how to do what I do, which is honestly what I think you should do, like I love doing readings for people. Obviously, I would love to do a reading for you. But what I would really love to see is for people to come to a deeper understanding of what the world is and how to operate in the world for themselves. And that comes from the study of astrology and other, astrology is a really good model for how the world works. And so I teach astrology. It's called, I have a course called Astrology from the Ground Up. You're welcome to go check that out. All of this is at zambonifunk.com. Or if you just want to go listen to a hip hop album, you can, I know that's not what you're here for, but if you want to go to Spotify and check out Zamboni Funk there, you can find there's a bunch of cool music as well. So this week, it's really loud. Comfort is in short supply this week. You know, we want it to be comfortable with Venus and Taurus and all the soft things being so beautiful and delicious and all this sort of stuff, right? We want that, but Uranus is disrupting all of that. And Mars and Saturn together is all this conflict and tension and burning up your brakes and breaking things, you know, like all of that sort of stuff. And then Mercury turning up the volume on that. Mercury is also in Aries, there conjunct Mars and Saturn. And so it's just really loud. Mercury is the communicator planet, right? So that's, I think of a megaphone, right? Or a microphone in some kind of way, like amplifying what and bringing the news of whatever it's touching. And here it's touching Mars and Saturn in Aries. So we're looking at kind of wartime dynamics and loud wartime dynamics, loud posturing and that sort of stuff, right? See a lot of that sort of stuff taking place already, and that just ratchets up this week. So comfort is in short supply. So we're not in a moment where we get to relax and set down roots and be like, ah, yes, we've arrived, we've made it to the spot, right? Instead, this looks like the sort of situation where flexibility is going to be one of the more important things that you can possibly engage in. And so this is why I like the image of the lily pad. It's something where you can go over here. I need to not be in the spot where I am right now. And I have an idea of where I would like to go. Always you want to begin with the end in mind. If you don't have an idea about what your goals are, then you're very likely to sort of meander around meaninglessly, just like I don't know where I need to be. And so it's good to have an image in your mind of where you would like to go. But it is unlikely that this is the week where you just head straight for that thing. Like if you try to do that, then like Mars is going to be the one that motivates you to get up and move in that direction, right? But you run into Saturn, you run into this obstacle, a thing in your way that is not going to make it happen. So even if you have a clear idea, you're going to have to go around it, or you're going to have to, you're Grover, you're going to have to go over, under, or through, or something like this, right? Like that kind of situation is going to be in your way. And you also don't have the time to figure out what you're going to do about that. You just got to start making some moves. You got to do something. Being where you are right now may even potentially be dangerous. It's the kind of thing where I can't stay here right now. And so I need to move, but I don't have a straight shot to my destination. And so this is why I'm thinking about this lily pad here. So maybe if I jump over here, like, this is not a long-term plan for me, but it got me out of that and it got me a little bit closer to my destination. And now I'm gonna reevaluate from this place, from here, from this moment. Okay, I can see things a little bit differently and I have different options than I had before. I maybe have closed down some of the options that I had before, but I have also gained some different options, right? From this place, I can, dynamism is the name of the game. Kind of always, the world is ever changing. That's kind of like the theory of evolution and all this, right? But more importantly, we are in a historical moment where things are changing at a rate that no one is prepared for. And so engaging with that dynamism. Pretty soon Uranus is going to move into Gemini. Uranus is this chaos planet and all this is going to be in a mutable sign. I actually really I think that Uranus is very powerful in Gemini. I think Uranus is we're gonna see. I haven't actually witnessed Uranus in Gemini before in my lifetime, so I'm interested to see what this is gonna look like. But given what I think about Uranus and what I think about Gemini, I think that they're going to go very well together, and there's going to be a lot of opportunity for new ideas and innovation and new ways of behaving in the world that didn't make sense before, but that will make sense in this moment, and that might not even make it past this moment, but that will be useful in this moment. And having an eye for what is it's a little bit like a moving target that comes into your window of opportunity. If you can catch that before it moves on and then gets out of the way, then there's an advantage to be had there. So this week is a really good time to maybe think about how you can make one move. You are unlikely to be able to stay where you are right now. So you're going to need to make a move. Do the thing toward whatever goal you need to do, or away from whatever danger is behind you. Go ahead and make a move, and then in that place, be ready to reevaluate and stay alert and awake through the thing while it's happening. And in real time, you're probably going to have to make a few moves, maybe jump from this pad to that pad to that pad to that pad before you can reach the shore again. So this kind of hurry up and wait is what we're going to have to do this week. So be prepared for both of those things. Yes, the waiting part is a little bit frustrating. I actually publish an electional report where I give you some good moments to move on things and good moments to wait through. And one of the things that I like to think about with Mars and Saturn together is do not interrupt your opponent while he is making a mistake. Other people are likely to move at moments that are ugly. You don't have to do that. You can wait in those moments and then move when the timing is a little more opportune. That's why learning astrology is something that is useful to do. And you can do that at zambonifunk.com, or you can just get a reading and I can help you to understand how to use this